We had no choice but to continue the investigation where it started. In that shady little apartment I called home. The only lead was the list Fillmore gave us, with all those imposing names on it. But what could it mean? And why did Natasha keep it secret from us? But most importantly, what did all this have to do with Deborah's death? The trail started to get cold, and so did the air outside. There was something unsettling in the black clouds, hiding all the stars. I prayed that they didn't bring an early snowfall. The night was already painful enough.
Hi, this is Ushio, and welcome back to Chicken Please. So, I accidentally clicked on some stuff before I started the recording, and so we missed that cutscene and a little bit of dialogue. It's okay. So let's go back in.
So, how did this whole case start?
So yeah, we need to review our case. What we have done, we have gone back to our base of operations, we've gone back to our hotel where we are staying, and we're going to try and discuss what's going on. We got a bunch of people, there's been a murder, so this is a nice place to have a bit of a review and see where we can go from here. So how did the whole case start? Deborah came and visited us, didn't she? That's how it started. So, got strange threats, Deborah is dead, Natasha's afraid, Natasha and Molly, oh we got all this stuff. We got given the letter. So Deborah showed up, for sure, and she gave us the letter. That's how I see it. Oh, strange threats. There we go. Almost, but not quite. Okay, so it's not Deborah. Oh, so Natasha has been receiving the threats. That's it. Oh, right, pin it, and then we'll drag and drop and connect it. Okay. She's been receiving threats, but what's the connection? They're addressed to her, they make her suspicious, she's the source of them. They clearly weren't for her. They were clearly addressed to her, because it's on the outside of her building where she stays. I think.
Yeah, the threats are meant for Natasha, no doubt about that.
Alright, so what is next? So, now we have a clue. We have got, probably, is it the letter? I'm not sure. Natasha's key. Not now. The list of names. We don't know what is going on. Let's try this.
But there was something Natasha didn't speak about.
She kept it secret, she showed it to us, she lied about it, she just forgot to mention. She kept it secret, I think.
Natasha is terrified, and she's in real danger. But she kept this list hidden from us. It seems too important to keep it a secret.
So, possible suspects. Maybe Ibn? No. Deborah? No, she's dead. I mean, Lewis knows everyone, and Olivia's Ibn's secretary. Okay, let's try Lewis. Connect the dots.
But what could we do with this list?
He might know something. Lewis knows everyone, and apparently is quite an established name in this town, so he might be a good person to ask about it.
I know only one person who moves in circles high enough to know where it's from. Lewis. We must ask him if we want to get out of this dead end.
Hopefully he is willing to cooperate.
So, the card is, maybe a dead end. The piece of painting, too.
But the list Fillmore gave us...
Exactly. Full of those imposing names. And I only know one person who moves in similar circles.
Lamar!
Yes, Marty. It's Lewis. Exactly.
Of course, it's Lewis. But where do we find the Bunny Man?
Well, since he owns this building, I'm hoping he's here. It's worth a call.
You know his number?
By heart. 555-932. I wrote it down in my notebook as well.
Oh, you are a professional, Boss Bird.
Nice. We can pick up the phone. But there was something else before we make the call. There are some, like, other areas we can check out. I don't want to make the phone call just yet. I don't want to miss anything. We got a newsstand. We have not been here before. I'm going to do the phone call, don't worry, but we will come back.
Should we say hi to the old beaver?
Sure. Mullen is an old friend, so he certainly deserves a hello, and we do need information.
Few people know as much about Clawville as the old wood chomper. An encyclopedia in the flesh.
Yeah, he always has something.
Cool. We have got a friend. So let's talk to... Oh, I'll pick up this. Dead Silent Night. I'll take it. Thank you. So nice little pickup. Hello.
Hey, Hercule. What's up, old friend?
Hercule Poirot reference incoming.
Hello, me lads. It's good to see you. What are you doing around here where you never see a cat go by?
We're working, Uncle Mullen, just like you. But I'm afraid we're also walking a little bit outside the law.
But it's New Year's Eve. Couldn't it wait a bit? Whatever the case is, it can't be that serious.
I'm afraid it is. Maybe you can help us with a few things. After all, you know everyone in the city.
Look. What a compliment. But of course I'll help if I can. I know you ever since you appeared in the city. Young, fresh, full of ambition. And little Marty had been just a chick when he was already coming here every day with his daddy, eh? You're like me sons, so you are.
Aw, thanks, Uncle Mullen.
So he's definitely a friend. Really fond of this guy. So let's ask about all these people. Let's ask about Ibn.
Ibn's a ruthless gangster, that's for sure. But he's not bloodthirsty or stupid. You're not in danger until you're in his way. And that's not so easy to manage as the whole city's in his hands.
How come they never tried to approach you, Uncle?
What? Of course they've tried. They wanted to buy the whole area and build some huge parking garage on it. Mongrel Mick, Ibn's #1 thug, came here and threatened me more than once. If I hadn't dug me heels in, the others would have sold up. The lawyers behind me, even Biff, the owner of Chandler's. But I told them, over my cold dead carcass.
That's pretty brave, man.
Oh, looks like it worked.
I'm too much for them, lads. Or I'm just too famous around here to get rid of. We could say Ibn's almost almighty, but he avoids scandal like rats avoid fire.
That's a good one.
I'm a poor nobody, my lads, but my name still carries meaning. This place has always belonged to my family. If my dead body had been found here or in the Times, it would have caused a scandal, even without any evidence. So, he usually listens to reason.
Yeah, when I talked to him tonight, he seemed confused, dissolute, and impetuous to me.
That's uncharacteristic. Are you sure it was him?
Are you joking? Ibn Wessler's not usually confused with anyone else.
Of course I'm joking. Beaver humor, you know? Nobody gets it. Not even the beavers.
Good one again.
Sure. Talk about Marty.
Hey, Martin, my lad, what's up? How's that beautiful wife of yours?
Laura's perfectly fine, thank you.
It's crazy you could grab an amazing woman like her, son. Are you blackmailing her with something?
Ah, I missed your famous beaver humor.
I'm just messing with you, son. Anyway, you look good. You're in good shape. You look more like a turkey than a rooster, if you ask me.
Thanks.
This is priceless. Thanks, Hercule. We'll be back again soon.
Yeah, sure will.
We'll keep asking about Monica.
Nice girl. She used to come here for a while, but I think she moved downtown.
Yeah, she's the poster girl for workaholism. She lives in an apartment across from the PD, but sleeps at the station, if she sleeps at all.
Some animals just race and race through the years of their life until someone stops them and makes them wind down.
Is there someone like that waiting for everyone?
Indeed there is, somewhere. Usually not where we're looking for them.
Yeah, right.
2 more questions. How are you doing, sir?
How's Desiree?
What about her? She's still beautiful, and she's still my wife, and I still don't get why she hasn't left me already.
Because she's too much like you stubborn old dam builder.
You see, you're right about that, sonny boy.
And the Cubs?
Cubs? More like jumbo cubs. Johnson's a hotshot lawyer in Galadia, and Timmy also left Clawville to try his luck in Grassmore. But who could blame them?
Good move.
Ah, yeah, but they visit me often, though. They're good kids.
I know, pal. They're from a good litter.
If you say so, Sonny.
Last question, Natasha.
You know anything about a woman named Natasha Katsenko?
Sonny boy, what have you gotten yourself into again? That lass is Ibn Wessler's protege, to put it politely. She's the crown jewel of the city. A shining new star. If you dare talk to a gal such as her, you can expect some serious lead poisoning, me boy.
We are in such deep trouble.
Well, I suppose I should have come to you first for advice. Doesn't matter now. We're in it, Uncle. Up to our combs.
If you'll accept the advice of an old shaggy beaver, get to the end of it as quickly as you can, and try to make it out with all your feathers.
Yeah, that's the plan. But do you know anything about her? Anything, interesting?
As I've heard, Natasha is quite a mysterious lass. She came from the Stavonian Tsardom and fled to Clawville, but from what? No one knows. Some years of her life are shrouded in mystery, and that rarely means good.
You're right about that. So, that's your advice? Be careful?
At least, silly boy. And one more thing.
What's that?
Never fall in love with a woman like her.
Thanks, Hercule. I wasn't planning to.
Nobody plans to, Sonny. Just take care of each other, okay? And always carry a good gun in your pocket.
Oh, I always have one in every pocket, old-timer.
I know, Martin. I know.
So we did learn some stuff. So Hercules, he's an old timer. He knows his stuff. He knows his way around. So I think from that we need to make this phone call to Lewis. Let's go back in here. We're going to make this phone call. So it's 555. Oh, okay. 932. 932. Hopefully he's home. Hello, hello. Hello?
Hey, Lewis, sorry to disturb you. Again. Could you come over to my place? I, have a question for you. It's very important. It's about a case.
A real case? With the chicken police? Of course, Sonny. I'll be over in a few minutes.
I mean, he was on a date earlier in the night, so hopefully we've not interrupted that.
Thanks, pal. I owe you one.
You owe this guy several.
One? Just a second.
There he is. He's a quick guy. Hello.
Thanks, Lewis. Again.
Oh, don't mention it. Besides, it was my big dream to help you with a serious case.
Well, let's hope you can help. What can you tell me about this list, old pal?
Well, these names. I know half of them personally. Maybe even more.
I knew it.
But I have no idea what kind of list this is.
Here we go.
But these are all members of the upper class. Politicians, business people. Oh my. Even the commander of the Royal Guard.
Damn.
But I really don't know what it means.
So, is it a dead end?
I'm afraid so.
So there's not an obvious connection. Not an obvious connection between the names. Let's talk about it.
Deborah, the girl who came to me tonight.
Yes, she's a very lovely young lady.
I've got news for you about that.
Where did you take her after you two left?
Where she asked me to Flowerville.
Flowerville? Rochester Street 37?
Yes, exactly. Why?
Luck.
Did something happen?
Nothing good, Lewis. Nothing good.
So two things about this. Either Lewis was the last person to see her alive, or potentially he could be a culprit. If you're thinking in noir, you got to think of the darkest ideas and themes that might have happened. But even if he was the murderer, he was still the last person to see her alive. I don't know. We have a strange card though. Let's talk about this.
This?
This?
Oh, my goodness.
I think we have a bingo, gentlemen.
You see, I also have one of these.
A card? Like this? Really?
Yes. It's a membership card to a very exclusive club.
How exclusive?
Very.
That's what I'm talking about.
What does SN mean, Lewis?
It's the sweltering Nile.
But that's a...
Well, yes, it's a brothel, but it's not like that. It's something completely different.
Calm down, Lewis. We're not going to tell anybody.
Thank you so much. It is rather embarrassing.
Listen, Lewis. How do we get in?
You want to get in? Well, if you show them this card, they'll surely let you in, but it will be obvious you're not regulars there.
We're used to that.
So, are we going to a luxury brothel?
Correct, Marty. Thanks for the help, Lewis. I owe you one. For the third time today, I think.
So that card is in our evidence. We'll look at that again in a minute. Talk about Wessler.
I don't know what you said to him, but after you finished, he almost immediately van disappeared.
Really? That's suspicious.
Or he had business elsewhere. It's New Year's Eve. Everybody's going somewhere.
So what time is it? Is it like not midnight yet, I suppose? About Natasha.
I didn't see her after the show. If I'm not mistaken, she usually leaves when everyone else has already left.
No, we had a chat with her.
What else do you know about her, Lewis?
Oh, not much. What everybody knows. She was a dancer, then a backing singer, then star, and then club owner.
We found out as much already. Do you think she'd fled the Stavonian massacre? That's why the secrecy?
Do you mean the massacre of the royal family? I'd say her accent is a dead giveaway, and her name too, though it's undoubtedly an alias.
So it's possible that she is a part of the royal family?
I don't think so. Nobody could have survived that awful night.
You're probably right.
Let's talk about the sweltering Nile.
What should we know about the place, Lewis? Besides what they're dealing in there?
No, it's an elegant and exclusive place. Not everybody visits them for that, you know. Some animals just go for company.
I see. I guess it's mostly visited by the upper class.
Mostly, yes. The wealthy who have a taste.
Yes, of course.
A taste for... Yeah, let's... I guess we'll find out.
Is it true what they say, that it's some kind of hidden stronghold of the royalists?
The Nile is a proud herald of the coexistence of all the species. Yes, but stronghold? I don't think so.
But the place must be an eyesore for the separatists, right?
Oh, don't worry for the girls, Sonny. They can defend themselves quite well. The separatists wouldn't dare to go near the place.
Well, we'll see what they have to say about these two old cocks.
That was a little bit, equivocal.
Sure. Interesting. I guess there's nothing for it. We got more clues, more developments, and we learnt more about our cast. So as we're filling it out, I guess toward the back we got maybe the less significant characters. We haven't met Tim, have we? We haven't met Tim yet. But whoever is going to be on the first page, I'm guessing is a fairly important character, but we haven't met who that is yet. So that's interesting. So let's take out the map. Yeah, the sweltering Nile. Hopefully it's a reputable place. We'll find out. Made it to chapter 2.
To Marty's delight, we were heading toward the most exclusive brothel in Clawville. The separatists and those opposing the monarchy hated the place, just like they hated everything that supported interracial relations and peaceful coexistence of all species. So the place wasn't just a brothel, it was a symbol. But just like a brothel is not a worthy symbol, Clawville failed to turn out the way it was intended.
Here we are.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes. We've arrived.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.
Lots of people. We've got a foxy lady, the receptionist, a bird fella, a lemur lady, and a dog dame. Should we talk to some of these people? I guess the receptionist is who we need to talk to in regards to the story. Let's just work our way along.
These brides are elegant, just like Laszlo said.
Lewis.
What do you think could be the old rabbit's type? Fluffy tails, furry ears, a raspy tongue?
Shall we not go here?
Oh, for the love of all the gods, stop it.
But just think about it.
Let's not think about that.
Please, shut up, Marty.
Let's try the lemur lady. Hello.
She's what I call an exotic beauty.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, every animal's the most beautiful thing in the world to someone.
Yeah, you're right.
Oof, I don't know about you, but I go weak in the knees for stripes.
Please, Marty, I don't want to know. And I don't care. Keep it to yourself. And let's get out of here quickly.
Can't I even talk to you anymore?
You can. Ask about the weather, or how's my lower back. Those two are even connected if you want to know.
Yeah, old fart.
Sure. And the lady here?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would you be so kind as to help me?
Okay, what's up?
With pleasure, ma'am.
The zipper always comes down on my dress. Would you kindly zip it back up?
Can I, Sonny?
What am I, your mother? Do what you want, for God's sake.
Happy to help, ma'am.
Oh, what a gallant young man.
Clucking lords.
Really? Are we doing this? So what is this? Attention meter? Okay, so how do we do this? This is... This is a mini game that I was not expecting. Okay, let's get this zip up. We're doing it slow, so I don't want to break no zips. I think we're good.
Oh, thank you, honey.
Marty, ma'am. Marty McChicken.
Thank you, darling Marty. I'm much obliged.
Anytime, ma'am. Anytime.
Okay, sure. What about the bird fella?
Yee. That guy's stare gives me the creeps.
I can see why.
I've always told myself that birds are weird.
What did you just say?
Huh? What? Me? Nothing?
And there's some pictures. Do we want to look at the pictures? Let's... And over here? Maybe I shouldn't be looking at these. Maybe we shouldn't be looking at these.
Holy fur. You swallowed so hard, the whole place shook.
Are you kidding me? I've never seen anything like this before. Is this even legal?
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Vice?
You really must be joking. Vice? In Clawville?
Okay, I was pulling your leg. But still, it's a little hot in here.
Well, cool down, Marty. Don't even look over there. Remember Laura, your wonderful girlfriend, whom you love more than anything.
You don't need to tell me. All I'm thinking about is her.
With a hatchet in her hand.
More like my nuggets.
That's...
Okay, Marty doesn't handle this very well, but these are some quite the pictures. I don't know what to say about it. That's not going to get me in trouble. Let's get this one as well. So this is a tiger lady. Hello.
That woman. She's familiar.
Is she?
Do you think it's her? The broad from the Bloody New Year's?
God damn it, Marty. Do you have to say it out loud? It gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps, more like.
Anyway, I don't know if it's really her. I always get confused by the exotic ones, but... yeah, maybe.
Honestly, it gives me the creeps.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, this is enough look at this kind of stuff. Let's move on with the story. Hello.
My name is Day-Night Diamond. Welcome to the sweltering Nile, gentlemen.
Thanks very much.
Miss Diamond, I'm Sonny, and this is my partner, Marty.
If I may, miss, you have a beautiful name and exceptionally wonderful stripes.
Marty, not now.
Oh, thank you very much.
Please excuse him. He doesn't visit places like this very often. Me neither, to be honest.
Oh, nothing to worry about, gentlemen. There's a first time for everyone.
You're absolutely right.
We're just interested in a certain lady called Deborah.
Deborah. We don't have any employees by that name right now, but if you want, any of our girls would love to be Deborah for a night.
No. Excuse me, you misunderstand. She doesn't work here.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
It's kind of confusing, but let me try to explain.
Please, I'm at your service. I'll gladly answer any of your questions.
You hear that, Sonny? Any questions?
Shut up, Marty.
Well, at least we got someone we can talk to. So let's ask. Do we really want to show the police badge? Okay, let's just do it.
I wouldn't want to offend you, far from it, but it's evident you're from the police, even without this.
Fair enough.
Is it that obvious?
No, it isn't, but, you know, here in the Nile, we have a keen eye for this kind of thing.
Right. I understand, ma'am.
Let's talk about Lewis.
Do you know a gentleman named Lewis C. Hayworth?
I would be sort of surprised if they're happy to talk about their clients in here.
Of course I do. Mr. Hayworth is a regular guest at our establishment.
Fair enough, it's a professional business, why not?
I see. How regular, if I may ask?
I can't give you any information about that. House policy.
We have that too. It's called the law, ma'am.
If you have any questions of that nature, please come back with a warrant.
Touche.
Next, we've got the strange list of names. Are they patrons of this place?
Does this list mean anything to you?
This? I'm not sure. No, nothing.
Don't you see some familiar names on there?
I do, but everybody knows those animals. Personally, I have no contact with any of them.
I see. Oh, thank you.
Maybe we shouldn't show that really important list to literally every person we meet. It might end us up in trouble. How about this card?
Look, she gave this to us. The girl named Deborah, the one we asked you about.
I see.
Do you know what this is?
Of course. It's a membership card.
It was in her bag. We kind of robbed it from her after she'd been killed.
Was this person a regular here?
If this belonged to her, then yes. I can check for you. Please, the ladies will entertain you while you wait. I'll be right back.
Thank you. Much obliged.
What, so we're just gonna kind of hang out for a bit? I guess we'll talk to the foxy lady again. Hopefully her zip is staying up.
May I invite you gentlemen for a drink, perhaps?
I mean, you can invite, doesn't mean we'll say yes. We're sort of trying to work here.
No, thank you. We're in a hurry.
Oh.
Just kind of minding our business slightly. This bird fella's still staring right at us. You got a problem there, pal?
Is he a bouncer or a guest? I'd rather not ask.
Maybe we should just go through the door.
I apologize for the wait. Please, come with me, gentlemen.
Okay, we're gonna get invited inside. I'm not quite sure what's awaiting us.
So you were successful.
My mistress, Madame Zavas, would like to meet you.
You mean that, Madame Savas?
Is she a crocodile or alligator?
As far as I know, there's only one of her, so yes,
Please, miss, take us to her.
with pleasure.
Okay.
Madame
Ooh.
Zavas was a legend in Clawville. Her name was known all over the wilderness. She's an avid royalist, former member of the Council of 12, spy master, assassin, businesswoman, and courtesan. To be honest, I didn't even know she was still alive. She's no spring chicken, that's for sure. She could also be my mother, or maybe my grandmother. First Ibn Wessler, now her. Honestly, tonight it wouldn't surprise me if His Majesty Hector III didn't grace me with his presence.
We are getting deeper and deeper into trouble with this. Let's see what this person's like, though. Madame? Is it Zavas? So I want to know, is she an alligator or a crocodile? This is what I want to know. She's a crocodile. Her smile is fake, her story is fake, but the danger is real. We gotta be careful.
Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the chicken police is always one step ahead of the chicken police.
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what you are looking for exactly? Here on this night?
We're ruffling feathers, so we've got attention that we might not necessarily want.
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague.
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
And the name?
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
I don't think that kind of threat's gonna fly.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything, but as I said, discretion.
Look, ma'am, we don't want to impose. We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now it's murder.
That sounds serious.
It is serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy waters.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
I swim well, too.
They've agreed to talk to us. Oh, we've got a painting up here. So this is her in her prime.
What a painting. Congratulations, ma'am.
Marty.
Yes. It's beautiful indeed. It's more than 40 years old. You know, I was considered pretty then.
Oh, don't say that. You still look great, ma'am.
Thank you. It feels good, but no. There's no need for lies. Those days are long gone. Every age has its truth and its beauty. For me, beauty is not in the looks anymore.
I agree, ma'am.
Cool. So keep looking around. Got a dead clock. Every kind of book. I'm just kind of looking around. Tribal artifacts.
Interesting pieces.
Do you think so? It's the art of my people.
Crocodiles?
There are many kinds of crocodile in the wilderness, Mr. Featherland. This is the art of the Nilenites.
Ah, hence the name, the sweltering Nile.
It's a river, Mr. Featherland. My ancestors lived by this river a long time ago.
Ah, interesting.
Thank you.
So we're learning a little bit more. What is going on with the dead clock, though? It's at 11:45.
Is that the time already?
Have you noticed your clock's not working?
How observant you are. That clock isn't meant to show the time. It's a decoration. A memento.
It's beautiful.
Indeed.
That's interesting. Because it's New Year's Eve, midnight has a significance. So what would happen at 11:45 on New Year's Eve? I'm just trying to connect these dots. So let's have a chat now. Let's ask these questions. Tell us about the card.
As I was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
No.
I thought so. Yes, thank you.
She says she would help us, but there's a definite line that she won't cross to help us further, where she probably could. Let's ask about Lewis.
Lewis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be shocked.
No doubt. Lewis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
Thank you for the vague answer, ma'am.
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was beautiful, ma'am.
Okay, what about the list of names?
Tell me, have you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion is key.
Absolutely.
Discretion is key, but she is aware that there is a murder in the mix, so if she could distance herself from the murder by setting out the individual who might have done it, that would be in her favour, wouldn't it? I'm not sure. Let's ask about Natasha.
Do you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fierce. Yes, fierce.
Thank you. Very useful.
Fierce. The sweltering Nile. Tell us about the place you own.
This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago. Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
Sure. So from this, when we spoke to Natasha, it opened up the potential that we can do some direct questioning. So let's have a quick look. What have we learned? So down here, a spina courtesan who was already a legend when I was still a little chick. There were tales about her beauty and her lethal coldness. Time never stopped for her either, but she doesn't seem any less dangerous than what the legends say. Now she spends her days as the owner of the luxury brothel, the Sweltering Nile. Let's do the questioning. Let's see how we get on.
Deceit is everything to Zavas. She used to be a spy, so I'm going to take her every word with a grain of salt.
Deceptive. Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavas? Who are you really?
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zavas? Who are you, really?
Just an animal raised to survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to fool.
I'm trying to maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
What would she hope to gain by covering up a murder suspect? Were you really the king's spy? Isn't it dangerous to be a royalist nowadays? So, she's a survivor. Let's talk about her survival. Is it bad to be a royalist? Does it get you in trouble?
Isn't it dangerous being a royalist nowadays?
You know, Mr. Featherland, those that are genuinely dedicated never care about danger. That's something you must know even better than I.
Do you think it's my loyalty that motivates me the most? If you do, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Maybe you're not loyal to the police, Mr. Featherland, but you are to your own principles and ideals. Am I right?
She's right.
That's true, but you're avoiding the question. Why did you stay in the king's employment after the scandals that are making half the city riot? What makes you still believe so much in the institution of monarchy?
You know, I always adapt. but only to a degree where I still don't have to give up myself and my ideals for the sake of survival.
You'd rather die then?
Maybe it would seem too dramatic or even romantic to you, but yes, exactly.
I'm sorry to doubt you, but I've always thought your kind was rather compromised.
Do you mean spies or crocodiles?
Spies, of course.
I must disappoint you, but there aren't many groups as loyal and unwavering as the spies, Mr. Featherland.
If you're telling me, ma'am, I believe you.
Oh, that didn't go well. Why did you decide to open a brothel? What is it? Is it really just a luxury brothel? We know it's a sanctuary. So let's say, why not?
Why did you decide to open a brothel?
You know, this place used to be an orphanage. Then after the Great Avian Plague, a hatchery. Then, young mothers lived here who had nowhere else to go. That's when I took over.
Young mothers and prostitutes. That feels like a sharp turn.
No, it didn't happen like that, of course. The process took 20 years, but one thing remains the same. I wanted to help girls who had nothing and no one. To help them.
It's a tough world.
And this was the best you could do, helping them sell their bodies.
You see things very superficially, Mr. Featherland. We're a family who helped each other even at the worst of times, took care of each other, and what's most important, survived. Yes, survive, no matter the cost.
And it's the cherry on top of the most treasured secrets of the rich and famous.
Very insightful, Mr. Featherland. There's truth to that. Knowledge is power, as they say. And we know a lot about powerful animals that could be used as weapons. Or the opposite. That could avert a war.
That's kind of interesting. Okay, we've reached the halfway mark on the detective meter, so this is cool. So, if I make a correct guess on who the card belongs to, would you tell me that much?
If I guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right. Yes.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question, Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant, so she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work for you before she met Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her, gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
I am working for the government. I'm a cop.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Savas is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
So we need to butter her up. She's dangerous. Okay, you tried to shape her into your image. Everyone in the city thinks you're dangerous. Why is that? Why did you take her in? Maybe you saw yourself in Natasha? Or you tried to protect her from what? She's proud of what she is and what she can do as a representative of the royalists. So we could ask her, why did you help her, essentially?
You tried to protect her. From what?
Natasha came to me penniless, cold to the bone, and wounded. She was only 17 years old. Even if she were my enemy, I would have taken her in until she recovered. Yes, I'm like that. I was raised to be like that.
Haven't you seen any opportunities for profit? Or were you guided by pure animal goodness?
Is that so hard for you to believe?
I think that worldly women like you try to turn every position to their advantage. I hope I don't offend you.
On the contrary. But no. I didn't see any opportunities in a girl who could barely speak our language, who was starving and wounded and obviously running from something. In fact, I was taking unnecessary risks because of her.
Let's keep asking. Your stone-cold image is just a mask, isn't it? I knew you had taken a risk, yet you still took her in. Why is that? You're capable of anything to keep your secrets hidden, am I right? So, I guess the bottom one, we're kind of paying our respects to how determined she is. Saying that she's a softie isn't true. She is a hardcore survivor. This one? We could do this one as well. Why would you do it? Well, she kind of just explained, so I'm going to go for the bottom one. You're capable of anything to keep your secrets hidden.
You're capable of anything to keep your secrets hidden. Am I right?
Do you mean like sending obscene threats to Natasha to remind her of her sordid past?
So you know about the threats?
Of course I do. Who do you think Natasha came to for help first? You, perhaps? Please, don't make me laugh.
If you want to know, I wasn't even her second choice. Even Mr. Philmar Lowe entered the picture earlier than me.
Should I tell you I'm sorry to hear that?
Don't bother.
Okay, oh, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. Do you know where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Do you know where Natasha came from before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Stovos, and she belonged to the upper class of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stavonian border. What happened in that country, no one knows.
It's rather curious, don't you think?
It is, Mr. Featherland. Yes, curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Did it touch you deeply when she left you?
Indeed, it did.
Zavos is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Nice, so we're back on the middle thing. So let's try and see if we can get a good result. Have you kept in touch? Well, we know that she just visited her. Why did you let her leave with Wessler? Did it occur to you that you could exploit Natasha and Ibn's relationship? What about this one? Why did you let her leave?
Why did you let her leave with Wessler?
What else could I have done? Wessler is a handsome, rich, powerful animal, and Natasha fell in love with him. If anything, I know you can't stand in the way of a woman in love. There's nothing more dangerous, Mr. Featherland.
That's interesting. She doesn't doubt that their relationship is genuine.
I've been in this job for more than 20 years, but I haven't heard that one before.
You see? You learn something new every day if you have an open mind. Yes.
Oh, that was bad. When was the last time you saw her? Were you angry at her leaving, afraid she might blab secrets? She wouldn't blab secrets. She knows how it works. When was the last time you saw her?
When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zavos?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes,
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary, she was unrestrained, free, radiant. She was in love. Yes, in her own unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stovonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
I see. Thank you, madam.
So how did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
How did you feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do. Because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes, anytime.
How did we do? 60%, not great, but decent. Decent is fine.
Please, gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Do you trust her?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets until she became one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
Okay, I think that'll do for this gameplay. We have learned a lot of things. So Natasha used to work in this very classy brothel. And that is why she's got some secrets and possibly why she's being blackmailed. So we'll find out more in the next episode. This is Usho signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.